guys, so this is going to be my third and final review of tonight. It is getting very late. It is 5:30 in the morning. So this review is going to be on Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins. It is book number 1 in the Hex Hall trilogy. There's the very pretty cover, the binding, and the back. Let me start off by telling what the story is about. The story focuses on Sophie Mercer. She is a witch. She is 16 years old, and the story starts out with a spell that Sophie does at prom. A spell that goes terribly wrong and basically turns her prom into a giant, chaotic mess. And eventually, her father decides that this is happened way too many times, and so he sends her off to Hex Hall, which everyone calls Hex Hall. It is basically a reform school, an isolated reform school for troublesome prodigium. Prodigium being witches, fairies, and werewolves. So her first day there, it's not the best first day. She runs into 3 other witches who are absolutely gorgeous, really beautiful, and they don't like her. She doesn't do what they want her to do, so obviously they're done with her. Along with that, she has a creepy ghost that follows her around, and her roommate is the biggest outcast and the only vampire in the school. Within this, basically, a bigger plot arises when children are being attacked, and the one friend that Sophie has is accused. She's accused of doing the attacks, and Sophie, from the beginning to the end, she has her reservations at times, but when it comes down to it, she knows that her friend didn't do it. And within this plot comes a little bit of self-discovery for Sophie. She finds more about her family and more about what she is. And with that, she realizes that there is a secret society that goes after the prodigium. They don't like magic. They think it's a crime against God. And they want Sophie dead because of what she is, which I'm not going to say because that'll give pretty much the whole plot away. So yeah, that is basically what the story is about. I loved this book. I've been meaning to read it for a while. Every review that I've read, everybody said, it was funny and it was good, and it was. The dialogue in and of itself was amazing. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was witty. It was sarcastic. I loved it. The story is sort of, it's kind of cliche. I mean, it's not the most original story. But I mean, but even with that, working against it, it's still a really good. I finished it in a day. I started not this morning because it's now the next day. I started it yesterday morning and finished it that night, last night. I could not put it down. It was so good. It's a very easy read, very, very easy, but it is hilarious. I definitely give this a 3 out of 3 for sure. I can't wait to pick up the second book, which is Demon Glass. But yeah, if you haven't read it, definitely go pick it up. It is so good. It's hilarious. You won't want to put it down. It's very fast paced in the sense that there's never really a part that's slow. There's always something happening that helps further the plot, which I like. The characters are very. The character dialogue is great. It's very the teenage sassiness, which I love. She's a very realistic 16-year-old. I said this in my book review of City of Bones, but a lot of times characters that are her age, authors either dumb them down or they either make them seem 20 times older than they really are. And she is a very realistic 16-year-old, which I love. Um, so yeah, definitely read this book. Really, really good. Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins. I will probably be picking up Demon Glass once I have money because right now I'm flat broke. So yeah, Hex Hall, Rachel Hawkins, 3 out of 3. I will see you next time.